Welcome all of you to this video of Maths Made Easy. Now in this video I am going to take up a very special video. This is a very special video. I am going to take up all the topics that you must prepare in your vacations and keep in ICSE Physics. Now ICSE Physics is a lot. Okay, ICSE Physics is huge. Portions are huge. Too many topics. There's so much in ICSE Physics to do. Lots of conditions, lots of diagrams, lots of numericals, lots of new concepts. So how much you can do in the holidays to help yourself, I am trying to tell you here. So here in this video, I am going to name 3 chapters in your entire ICSE physics portion. Okay, not that other things are not important. These 3 things I feel take a lot of time to remember. And remember one thing, when you are doing your school, at that time when your school reopens and your teacher is rushing with one chapter after the other, you will not find so much of time to go through the textbook. Okay, now these are few topics which you have to go through the textbook a lot, and you have to, at that time you say, I don't have time to read the textbook, I will only read the notes. Okay, but it doesn't happen like that. So this is the time when you have to prepare some things in advance and keep, so that you are in a better position when the school reopens. Okay, now the first chapter that I want you all to do is light. In light you are going to do refraction this year. Okay, in detail, lots of things about refraction you are going to do. What in light you should do is the ray diagrams. First thing, there are about 8 ray diagrams. There's a total of 8 ray diagrams, 6 of convex lens and 2 of concave lens. So a total of 8 ray diagrams. When you draw them, see to it that you are drawing with a very thin pencil, proper labeling, very neat they have to be, and arrows to be marked. Everything, all the rays to be marked with scale. When you draw these ray diagrams, you should also write down the characteristics of the image formed for each ray diagram. Okay, for each position of the object, you have to have the characteristics of the image, of the position of the image. Next one that you should know is numericals of lenses. Okay, numericals of lens, that is another thing that you should know. Okay, so numericals of lens is the second thing. I have a full video on these things. I will put the link in the description box. Go through it. Okay, so numericals of lens is another thing that you must know. Now this needs some sign convention that I have also explained. Okay, I want to tell something here to all of you. See, any topic, if you really want to do well in the exam, you need many revisions for that. Okay, so one revision definitely you'll do when your teacher teaches and you are given in the exam. Okay, but then if you do it now, then you'll be in a much better position, because the more number of revisions you do, the better you are in the exams. That is why your schools take so many pre-boards for you to make you revise so many times. Okay, so numericals of lens is another thing that you must do and keep in this holidays. Now there are few more diagrams that you must learn to draw. One is critical angle diagram of a prism. One is critical angle of a prism. Second is TIR, total internal reflection. Okay, so one is critical angle of a prism, second is TIR. The third thing is total internal reflection has a diagram. Then you have spectrum diagram, formation of a spectrum by a prism. Okay, you have angle of deviation, both are different things. Angle of deviation diagrams. Okay, diagrams on angle of deviation, very important. Then you have glass slab, okay, diagram, and refraction of a coin in water. So these are few of the diagrams. This does not cover them all, but still these are few of the important diagrams. Okay, now this is one very important diagram, this angle of deviation. Okay, here this is very important topic. Okay, now critical angle of a prism, I have a full video because they ask it as numericals, as questions with diagrams. So this is one very important concept. You'll get a full separate video on it. I'll put the link in the description box. Please go through them. Okay, so this is one thing, one chapter that I want you all to know very well before the school starts. What is the second chapter? The second chapter is radioactivity. There is a reason why I am saying this. Radioactivity. Okay, now why this I am saying is it does carry some good marks, and whole chapter is a lot of theory, lot of things to be remembered, very small numericals are there. Okay, I have a full video in this, go through this, I'll put the link in the description box. Now radioactivity will requires complete reading of the chapter several times, lots of questions are hidden in the chapter. Okay, so this time of reading the chapter you can only afford in the holidays, not later on when you have your farewell parties and you have your pre-boards and you have your sports days and you have your 10th standard, lots of activities that are planned only for 10th standard. Okay, so you have so many things to do in 10th standard, along with that you have to prepare for a boards, that's very tough. Okay, so that is why I'm saying learn this chapter in advance, easy chapter, go through the video, understand, learn it. Okay, there is a lot of reasons, give reason, precautions, theory questions. If you just read through it you will understand very well, and also you have my video along with it, very small numericals are there. Okay, what is the third chapter? Now the third one I'm not telling one full chapter because one full chapter means a lot of other things. Okay, but the third one what I want you to do is these levers. Okay, it is in machines. The first class type, the second type and the third type. Okay, the first, second and the third type of levers. Okay, so there are some examples of the first type of levers, the second type and the third type. They are also given in pictures. Okay, so you don't have to learn the pictures, but you have to know the names because they'll be asking you for 3 examples, or maybe they'll name one and say which type of lever is this and why. Okay, so if you have to know wheelbarrow is a first type and scissor is a what type, or uh, a nutcracker is what type of lever. Okay, so you have to also know 3 examples, okay, of each. That is, but then you have to know the diagram, you have to know the figure and know to which kind of lever it belongs to. That way also you will have to learn it. Now this is something which does not really need a lot of concept. Okay, so you can do this and keep. So that is it. For physics ICSE, even if you do this much in the vacations, you have electricity, which is a huge chapter to do later, or heat, which is also another big chapter to do later. So those things you can do once the school reopens. So that's it for today. Go through the playlist for more topics. Bye then.